Tesla have just launched the Model 3 Performance in China at a really, really staggeringly low price. Here are the details, and here is the finance option that Tesla used successfully last year. In fact, it was so successful last year, they only offered this for 3 days after they got too many orders to be able to handle. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to see you. This is an interesting strategy from Tesla. They're offering 0% finance and 0 down payment. When Tesla did this last year, they stopped it after 3 days because they got too many orders. Tesla has just also today, on the same day that they've launched those deals, revealed the price of the Model 3 Performance. It's $46,000 US in China. That's a pretty amazing price considering just how much better it is compared to the previous version of this car. It's improved in every single facet, I think. In addition to that, it's got bigger brakes, it's got adjustable Koni suspension dampers, it's got more power. Speaking of more power, actually, the numbers they're kind of interesting here. The Performance Model 3 has a bespoke chassis hardware to improve stiffness and raise its performance baseline, but its next generation motors or drive unit delivers a 22% increase in continuous power, 32% more peak power, and 16% more torque. So the power figures that Tesla have revealed, they seem to be understating just how much different this car actually is than the previous model. It actually might be a lot faster than what Tesla are saying. Anyhow, Tesla do say it's 2.9 seconds from 0 to 60 miles an hour. That's about 0 to 98 kilometers an hour. So about 3 seconds, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. Now, speaking of China, the price in China means that Tesla are really pricing this pretty competitively compared to other manufacturers in China who of course have their own performance cars with insane performance. I mean, you've got the absolutely incredible Zeekr 001 tri-motor. It's basically a competitor really for the Tesla Model S Plaid. It's got 3 motors. It's got 1,200 horsepower. It's unbelievable. So we've got a lot of competition for Tesla in China. But outside of China, this car doesn't have a whole lot of competitors in its price bracket. In fact, I can't really think of any. Now, speaking of range is about 600 kilometers, but that's on the CLTC cycle. It's obviously not going to get that kind of range in the real world. WLTP range is closer to about 530 kilometers. There's probably still plenty of range. And getting back to the down payment, $0 down payment. For some reason, that works really well in China. Didn't actually used to be legal a few years ago in China, but now it is. And the incentive applies to already produced vehicles and show cars, not to customized vehicles. So whether or not this will be even relevant for the Model 3 Performance, I don't know. Probably not. Maybe it will be in a few months when there are, vehicles that haven't sold yet. That's possible. But either way, I think the Model 3 Performance is going to be probably in huge demand for the next 3 or 4 months worldwide. This, like I said, in terms of if you're into performance cars, it is a legit performance car. And Tesla have really worked hard on getting the suspension working, getting more power out of this car, making it a proper track car. It has a track mode now. I think it's going to be a big success because the price is lower than the previous version, which was nowhere near as good. So I'm pretty stoked to see this new car at these prices. And guys, when you get the car, let me know what it's like. Let me know what the performance is like, how it goes around corners. We know the previous model did actually corner quite well. It got a lot of criticism for no real fair reason. But track times from the previous Model 3 Performance were quite good. And Tesla's working on getting it to last longer on the track by including using the regen brakes in braking, not using your brake pads all the time. So that will enable the brakes to actually last longer than probably some of its internal combustion engine rivals. Thanks for watching.